What's up, family? Check this, family. I want to do a segment on facts, okay? Because that seems to be a problem with, with what's being told to you, okay? Some people seem to want to avoid the truth, the root of the problem, okay? And that's what's important. Facts, all right? Recently, I had the opportunity to listen to a speech given by the president or the PM or the man in Israel, okay, who went on to say during this speech that we're talking about that all of our tech giants, social media platforms were all a part of Israel. And they got their orders and did their things according to Israel. All right. In that same speech, in the same segment of information, it says that Israel controls the cybersecurity of the world. Okay, as we know it. All right. Now, also within this segment of reality that we're discussing, it went on to say that the connection between this country and every other country is Israel. That is a matter of fact. They control every major country on the globe. Okay? Now, what was interesting to me, based on what I saw, okay, was that the people that took my shit and yours now are these same people, naming government, social media platforms. I also had the opportunity to experience what it's like when these people are just playing with you, but then they're serious about trying to achieve their objective. In this particular case, this apparatus that we're talking about, this technical apparatus, this cybersecurity apparatus that we're talking about, has a history through experimentation of citizens, not in just this country, but in others, knowing how to push buttons, knowing how to make people jump over or off the cliff, okay? Commit suicide, kill themselves, do whatever's necessary, okay? Now, what's relevant here is that I watched these attempts being played out and being used against me. The only problem was that I'm not wired the same way that most people are wired. Okay? I'm proud of that. You can call it insanity or whatever the fuck you choose to. It's okay. I'll accept that. But I've watched it and I've seen how it could be used to cause children to commit suicide, even adults. I've watched that system broaden its tentacles and how these same systems that were used on me are being used across the globe. Because that's basically what the pandemic is. The fact that these people use it on children, this pandemic, and these techniques that we're talking about, because what's relevant is in this particular segment that I'm presenting to you is that they have no remorse whatsoever regarding anything but their objective, which is total supremacy and control. What was interesting to me was that how the president of this country took it upon himself to mandate that children go back to school. What's interesting even more is a old mafia enforcement rule, which basically says hurt the ones that you love the most. In this case, your children. And even back in the day, it was your children, the people you love, your wife, your children. Okay. What's interesting to me is that I also witnessed today some black people that are standing up for these people, that are supporting these people. And we won't talk about people of other colors and of other nations doing it. But what's interesting to me above all of that is that they're doing it and they seem to feel like they're exempt from the fuck. These people assume their identities and history of a people regarding black history, about a people that were chosen, supposedly chosen by God, black people. And they assume their identity so that they could spread a message that they were God's chosen people, and in the process assume control over the entire world. Let's address the facts. And those are some of them. I love you, family.